Now, a lot of you know this that know me personally. I love the decks by Elena Fairchild. I think I have like 6 or 7 of them. So you could imagine my surprise the other day when I found out she has 2 new decks coming out. This is one of them, and there's another one. And I was just like, wait, what? And I'll tell you why I love Elena Fairchild's work. About 10, maybe more than 10 years ago now, I found the Kuan Yin Oracle. She has 2. This was the first one. And that oracle changed me. It fundamentally changed me. Just reading it, listening to, what it had to say, doing the prayers, the chants for Kuan Yin, inviting Kuan Yin's energy into my life. It changed me. I'm a better person to this day. I'm not perfect, but I'm a better person than I think I would have been if I hadn't have gotten that oracle when I did. So I love Elena's work for that very reason. I have the Rumi Oracle. I have the Lightworker Oracle. I have the Isis Oracle. I have the Mini Isis Oracle. I have the Mother Mary Oracle. I use her work a lot. I think out of all of the creators, I have more decks by Elena Fairchild than anyone else. Her guidebooks tend to be very meaty. So if you're not interested in a meaty guidebook moment, I would suggest that you take a look at this video, because I'm going to show you. This is cool. I'm going to show you a little bit of the guidebook, and you can see, if you're not interested in a meaty guidebook moment, if you can use this without it. Some people can. I really can't, and I've never recommended it. I think the richness, what a beautiful, beautiful artwork. I think the richness of Elena's work has a lot to do with the using the guidebook. So this deck here was sent over to us for review. It was a gift to me from Blue Angel Publishing for the purposes of doing an honest review. So that's what we're going to do right now. If I don't like it, I promise I'll tell you. Even though you guys know I'm a fangirl, I will definitely tell you exactly how I feel. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to someone else who might like it too. Please drop us some positive comments in the comment section. And if you want to get a reading done, I own like 500 decks. I would love to pull out some of them and give you a reading. Please email me or hit me up on social media for an appointment. My Patreon is also underneath this video. If you want to become a patron, that would be really cool, because I got some fun things planned coming up in this next year coming. Alright, so the first thing we do is see, it has finger holes on the sides right here. So we're going to see how easily it is to take off the top, and it's pretty easy. We see the price of it is $32.95. Underneath this video, I will give you guys a link to exactly where you can buy an authentic copy. There are so many fakes going around. I think I'm surprised. Some of the fakes, I can't even tell they're fakes. Every Blue Angel deck comes with a piece of paper like this. And people always ask me, what is the paper for? It's really to protect the cards, but I never leave it in there. I always use it in spell work. When I have to write petitions, I use those little pieces of paper. This is underneath the paper. Aww. This would be beautiful to put on my altar. Isn't that beautiful? I think I will put this on the altar. That's gorgeous. I love what it says. That's nice. Now, one of the things about Elena, one of the criticisms that has been out for a very long time, is that she doesn't do enough cultural diversity, or diversity period, in the decks. We're going to see, because somebody told me that has changed. And I want to see that, because that's something I do really care about. Look at the guidebook. See, I told you it's not going to be a little it's not going to be a little moment with Elena. Elena got a lot to say. She's like me. She got a lot to say. The guidebook is in full color. Look at this. I'm going to show y'all what goes on here. There's always this part. It's like an italicized thing. If you want to read just that, that's enough. But If you like me, you're going to want to read the rest because there's going to be a lot more. Look how much more. That's just one card. It was like 5 pages. And then they give us a healing process, prayers to do, some type of activity, maybe a visualization. Usually it's some type of meditation. What was that? 6 pages for that one card? So as you can see, this is very detailed. And that's why I love Elena. It's in basic language though. It's not like it's hard to understand. You don't need a PhD to read the book, but there's a lot. So this is for somebody who wants to use these, I would say, for a daily pull, or like a, you know, some people use it during like the full moon, the new moon, something like that. I've never had much success doing a reading for another person with these. I could, if I wanted to like memorize like just a little gist of what the card means, I could do that, but I haven't done it yet. These cards I use strictly for myself. My Elena Fairchild collection is for me. It's for personal development. Now check this out, right? It comes with the piece of paper around it versus plastic, which I greatly appreciate. Before I get started, I will take one of the cards, and so we can check out the card stock. All right, so oh, look at the back. Are you serious? This is the back sideways. This is the back right side up. So are these all the same backs? Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like they have all the same backs. That's really decent. Let's look at the card stock. Not too thick, not too thin. They are a big size. Blue Angel cards are usually a larger size, which again makes them great for altar work, as well as, you know, anytime I can do like a, yeah, that's decent. I had to look at that back again. That's really decent. These are great for altar work, as well as daily pulls. So this is decent. So as you can see, right, the medicine circle. So if you wanted to just intuitively figure out what the card is saying, you could. You could if you're an intuitive reader. But I feel like you're missing the richness of this beautiful guidebook. I mean, that's the whole purpose of it. According to this, there are 44 cards. So that's a very healthy amount. Let's see. Now check this out, right? Some of the cards are in landscape. They're in that position. Let me move this over right there. So if you don't like cards that go between landscape and portrait, you're going to have to consider that too. The artwork is stunning. Can I tell you how stunning this artwork is? Now, the name of this deck is Medicine Heart Oracle, Shamanic Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. So I'm expecting, I don't know a lot about shamanism, but I'm expecting glimpses of that from different cultures. And I think that's what we're getting here. Whoever did this art for Elena, let me see who her artist was, because her artist is amazing. Let me see if the artist is on the box. I don't see the artist on the box, but I'm going to look at the guidebook. Wow, man. This guidebook is magnificent. I do not see the artist on here. Let me look at the other card too, just in case I missed it. Yeah, I don't see the artist on here, but whoever this artist is, I might have just missed it, but whoever this artist is, this is phenomenal. Look at this picture. Look at the details. The oranges that she's holding in her hand, the jewelry that she has on, the Buddhas that are in the background, the monkeys that are all over her. This is amazing. And that's why I said, if you look at the keyword, there's a keyword and a number at the bottom, which is cool too. I like it at the bottom versus the top, so I think that's decent. But I can look at this and be like, okay, second sight. I would have to think that has something to do with clairvoyance. So you could, you know, use your own intuition to use these, but I just feel like it's such a disservice with such a beautifully written book. Dragon Gate. So you also can see, other than these beautiful colors and these beautiful images, that There's a border at the bottom for a lot of these, and for the landscape ones, there's a border as well in a different place. So that's another thing to pay attention to. Wow. I'm not familiar with most of the words that are in here. I'm not familiar at all. And that's another reason why I said I would have to use the guidebook, because I would want to know, like, what does that word mean? What culture does it come from? You know, what does it have to do with this horse-like person? Is it a mythology? You know, I would need to know all of that. So that's why I said I would really love to use the guidebook. It's beautiful. Wow. Oh, look at the beauty. Look at the richness, how the colors are popping. And they're not overbearing. It's like, it's art. I mean, this is art, you know? And remember I said about the landscape ones, they have a border on either side. It's looking like. So, and it's a border across the bottom. So the landscape ones have 3 borders, and the portrait ones just have 1 border. Look at the details in every strand of her hair. You see that? Like, oh my goodness. Beautiful. Look at this one. The colors, the intensity, the backgrounds, the facial expressions is like amazing. Okay, so this one has double borders, border at the top, border at the bottom. So it's a little bit different. When we're done, I will pull one and I will read you just a little summary so you can get an idea of what the guidebook is talking about. Look at that. These are stunning. Her blue eyes, they just draw you in, right? Wow. Oh, look at this one. Look at her locks. I love her hair. Her hair looks just like mine, except for my hair is different colors. She's beautiful, isn't she? Oh my goodness. Elena has outdone herself with this one. I love all her decks. You know, the Kuan Yin, you know. And I do see more diversity. Remember I said that people were talking about that? I see it. As you looking through these, they seem to be from different places. Some of them browner than others, but you do see that representation. Of course, you know how we are. We always want to see as much representation as possible. So I do see, look at the elephants. Cool. I do see that representation here. I would like to see more, because it's not the majority of the deck, but it's there. Look at this. Look at that. Wow. What I'm really impressed with is the feathers. I'm impressed with the feathers. And I'm impressed with all these little details. Look at like the eyes of the parrot, you know? This is really beautiful. I'm looking forward to using these. And remember I said I could probably do altar work with these. Daily pulls, altar work, I think would be the best. I could do a reading on myself with these. Like use a spread with these, but I wouldn't, because there's so much to read. So I would not want to do a spread. I would want to just work with one card and savor that card. I know a friend who pulls one card every new moon out of a deck similar to this one, and then what she does is during the full moon she, you know, puts it back and then pulls another one. So for a practice like that, that could be good with this, because there's so much meat to each card. That gives you, you know, a full, what, 2-3 weeks to take a look and really get into the card. Oh, this is a sideways card. It belongs this way. Okay. That's pretty. Oh, Mayat from Egypt. Oh, I'm a priestess of Mayat. I didn't know Mayat would be in this deck. That is awesome. Wow. The animals, man. The animals are really cool. They look very majestic. See, this is why Elena has been in the game so long. This is it right here. Blue Angel Publishing and Elena Fairchild have been in the game since I came in the game. And they probably were in it before me. I came into tarot and oracle stuff in 1999. And when I really started to buy stuff, it was in the 2000s. And they were already, you know, powerhouses. Elena and Blue Angel were already powerhouses. And I can see why. And you know what I like about them? They've evolved over time. Some of the other publishing houses haven't. Their style hasn't evolved. Their energy hasn't evolved. But you can see the evolution with Blue Angel and the evolution with Elena as the decades, at this point, as the decades have passed. It's beautiful. So, like I said, we do see some diversity going on. A great deal, actually. I'm seeing Asian, European, of African descent. Somewhere I can't even tell. Maybe South American. I can't really tell. But I do see it. I do see it throughout. She's gorgeous. Look at her. And the way that they did the hair. Can I talk about the hair? Because in a lot of decks and in art, when I see hair that's not from a woman or a person who's European, it often doesn't look right. But this artist got it on the money. Those locks and those braids look perfect. It's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's really nice. I love the koalas. That's really cool. I'm very interested why some of them are half human and half animal. I wonder, is it like the Egyptians? You know, like they had that going on. In Hindu, Ganesha has the head of an elephant. So I'm wondering if it's that kind of thing or if there's another meaning. So that's very interesting to see too. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. Oh, we're done. No. No, why would you do that? Oh, that is 44 cards. Yeah, that's right. All right. So what we're going to do now is, remember I said I would read one. So this is the one that's on the card. And this, I love this one. She's beautiful. So let's check her out. Let's go to 44. Now remember, I'm going to go and I'm going to skim it. I'm not going to read it all to you because we would be here till tomorrow. Oh, it looks like a lot of different cultures are represented here. 44, Mother of Star Nations. In the world of illusion, one can forget about the presence and power of the legions of spiritual beings actively, lovingly offering divine protection and guidance to accomplish every ambition of the heart. Honor the potency and the legacy of your spiritual ancestry. Okay. When the ways of the world threaten to evoke despair, recall the unsurpassable capacity of the spiritual dimension. There is an ancient divine legacy of love that you have been born to manifest in this world. Claim the relevance and significance of your spirituality. Let it support you as you continue to apply yourself towards awakening. An exquisite legacy of grace shall be the holy outcome, generating considerable spiritual benefit for all. So you could just read that and just take that as your message. But then she goes into more and she talks about the person or the image that's in the card. She says that, well, there's a lot she's saying, as you could imagine. But it looks like it's going into Egypt. She's talking about the Lakota, Native American. She's going into whole different types of oral tradition. She's talking about the significance of the monkey. So she's going in the colors. So everything in the picture is significant, and she goes into each and every part of why it's significant and the history that goes behind it. And then for the last section, it's a healing process. And for this part, there's a prayer, it looks like, to express gratitude. Yeah, and there's a visualization at the end, and then you've completed your healing process. So yeah, there's further reading in the back, I guess, if you want to know more about these cultures and these beautiful images and things that we're seeing. The beginning of the book is the introduction, tells you how to use the book, how to use the deck. Oh, there is actually spreads in here. Yeah, there's several spreads in here. There's the 1 card, there's 3 card, there's a lot of spreads in here. Like I said, I wouldn't do more than 1 card, but if you want to, there's spreads in here for up to 12 cards. So if you read just the little summary, then I think that's, that's pretty much doable. It just depends on how much of it you actually want to use for the reading. So you can do spreads and read yourself and others with those spreads. What do I think about this deck? I think this is a beautiful deck. I think it's stunning. I think Elena has done it again. I think it could use more diversity, as always. It could use, not diversity as far as culture, because when you get into the book, you're going to see a lot of different diverse histories and groups of people. But I mean the images. I would have liked to see more images of people of color. But not just that. I would have liked to see more images of people that were, for instance, older. I didn't see crones, really. I might have, but I don't remember any crones. So I would love to have seen this. It's divine feminine, so I'm okay with the gender mostly being feminine presenting people. That's fine. Even though men can get into the divine feminine too, but that part is fine for me. I would just like to see more of that age diversity, cultural diversity, size diversity. All the people are roughly about the same size. So you have these beautiful images, these beautiful meaningful cards, and I would just like to see more of that added to it. So I would give it a 9 out of 10 because it has everything else. Some people might feel funny about the landscape, portrait, back and forth. That doesn't bother me. I have a lot of decks to do that. I think it's very interesting when they do that. Gives me a different perspective depending upon which direction I'm looking on it in. So I would give it a 9 out of 10. I definitely recommend it. Please look under this video for the link to it if you would like to purchase it. I think it's a good solid purchase. And remember what I said about I use these decks for my own personal use. You can use them with clients if you want, but for me, I think these decks work best when you can savor the card by yourself. There's other options, of course, but that's when they work best for me. Now, if you're the kind of person who wants to do things in groups, you all could sit in a circle and pull 1 card and then talk about what it means and how it applies to your life. You could do something like that too. So it'd be good for group work as well. Like if you had a sister circle or something like that, this would be fun for that. So I definitely recommend it. I think it's beautiful, and I can't wait to see the next one. So you guys, you come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.